Are we on? Hi, folks. I want to make a video about the aura field. Auric field. Right? The invisible energy cloud that's around everybody. Everybody has one. Magnetic aura field. No lights. I just leave them off. Fuck. My room's a mess. Because everything's a mess right now. Because my aura field is being clouded. I guess that would mean it's not a cloud. If it's being clouded. And it must be more like a flower. Like flowers. Isn't flowers? Petals radiate out. Like, imagine they went all the way back in like a complete torus. We have an aura field. From what I've gathered, it seems like the Hindus and Vedics and Buddhists are the most close on mapping its dimensions and shape and all that stuff, and maybe they got it all right. I don't know for sure. But one thing I know they don't know about is chemtrails! Yay! And these toxic metals being pushed on us here in the Western world. Your body has to store them somewhere. So it starts out with non-critical places. You know, it's not going to store toxic metals around your heart first thing, because that would kill you. And it's not going to try and store them in your brain if it can help it, because that would mess you up. Your body knows this, and so it stores them in your skin, on your bones, on your scalp especially, under your skin, around your scalp, and in your skeletal system. And as this toxic weave, let's call it a weave because that's really what it is. It's like a neural lace. If you want to look up what a neural lace is a brain-computer interface that Mr. Elon Musk is working on. But you have an aura field, and this aura field is what connects you with Source. It's how empathic people are empathic. It's how human beings are supposed to have a sixth sense of communication. It's through this field. And the last thing that your government or the military or the banking system or any authoritarian system in charge, the medical industry, the last thing they want is for people to communicate and understand each other and get along, because that would just ruin everything. There's no money to be made in people that are healthy, happy, and getting along with each other. So we have to destroy that somehow. And the evil occultist fucks long ago, and I'm not talking 100 years ago or 200 years ago or when the United States was started, or, you know, as far back as England's history goes, and this is farther back than that. It goes back to Egypt, probably the fall, when the old Egypt had actually built all those structures and put all that stuff together in the ancient world, left or departed, or something happened to them. Maybe it was the flood. They got flooded out. But the civilizations that rose up since then, the leaders and rulers had their magicians and their sorcerers and their alchemists, yes. And what they discovered by, you know, keeping dungeons full of people and separating them, and then, you know, taking these new things they're discovering every day and trying them out on their victims. And one by one they went through all these different substances they were discovering, and they discovered a few of them. They made people, you know, it didn't kill them, but they became very compliant. And they just did what we told them to, and they didn't argue about it. Wow, the king says, we need more of that. Let's put it in the water in the town. And they did. And mankind has been living under a toxic metal shield over his dome ever since. And this is literal. I'm not talking figuratively. We've been dumbed down and held back by educational system and the religious systems. No, we are literally having a shield over the top of our heads. And it starts on your scalp, and it will cover your entire skull, and on down it will cover your bones under your eyebrows and cause this swelling right here, which used to be a lot worse than it is now. Now, I'm going to postulate that your aura field comes from your electromagnetic torus field, which emanates from your heart, and I've heard that before, so I'm kind of, taking that from something else, because your heart twists. It doesn't pump like a piston. It's a muscle that twists, and as it twists, it closes off this, and it pumps, right? It's a twist pump. So there's radial magnetic fields emanating probably directly from, the sinew of the muscle. Each little tendril line has its own line of force as well. I mean, does anybody ever think about what gives things shape? There's a seed gets put in the ground, say, right? And it grows. You can picture that in your head, and it sprouts up and expands out. But I guess we would think that some DNA in the seed tells it when to stop growing or which way to grow and all that, and the forces upon it, if it's at an angle, if it's pushing against a branch as it grows or whatever. That's what it seems like. But everything that is has an inverse, which is the isn't. And there's no empty space. Even if you try, you can't make a vacuum either. That's why I'm a bit skeptical about space. Well, that and you couldn't move in a vacuum either in a suit. So everything NASA puts up there is pure fucking bullshit, because there's no way you could move in a suit in a vacuum environment. In fact, there can't be a vacuum environment. It's not possible. So the universe has got to be completely filled is the other alternative, and that must be what it is. Now, I don't know filled with what, but it's filled. We expand out into it, and only so far, but it's still there. It's a vast energy field, and I think our aura directly links into that and into each other's auras. Kind of got off track there because I'm a little bit stoned. I don't know. I just wanted to make a video here because I've been feeling really down lately. I've been having just too much shit going on, right? It's not just the chemtrails and the microwaves and the massive satanic push on all the media platforms. You can see it on YouTube. You can see it on every television station. You can see it in the networks. You can see it in the cartoons. It's just obvious. There's a big push on that stuff psychologically right now. Ever since Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Gosh, that little bitch. So, how does this all tie together? Well, these evil occultists are the ones who figured out the poisons, the metal poisons. The metal poisons are being sprayed on top of you right now. Go outside and look if you don't believe me. And day or night, doesn't matter. I've seen Cessnas spraying liquid out of the tail ends of their planes going over neighborhoods in my town at about 500 feet. So it doesn't get any more up close and personal in your face spraying you with poison than that. And then when the microwave towers go up, they're just, these guys that work for CenturyLink and Xfinity and that, they're the ones that are they're installing your death and your total fucking control. But back to the aura field. Okay. It's a metal. It's a weave. It weaves itself together with the use of the magnetic fields, positive, negative, when they electrify the particles from the chemtrails. They align themselves. They link up. A fibrous network grows and holds them in place. The fibrous network is the fungus component of this stuff. And it grows. under your skin and in your plasma fluid under your skin, and that's why it affects the hair so much, because it takes over all of the follicles of your hair. And you know, your hair still grows, there's some of your growth still there, but it is completely overlaid with electromagnetic conductive antenna array made up of these particles. You could call it a neural lace, really, because it's nano size. Its little tendrils are the same size or smaller than your nerve endings. So see here, look at, see here. Here's your nerve endings. Oh, I'm a nerve ending. I'm sitting here. I'm a neural lace. I'm gonna come along and whoa, look at that. We fit together just fine. Do you get it? It's very simple. Sorry, I don't mean to be a smartass. Just it's that simple. The whole body shields your head. Your aura does not get out. You don't connect with that field because it's been blocked literally by a metal shield weave. And now because of our computer systems and our wireless technologies, that metal weave is used as an antenna to tie into an AI computer system that in all likelihood can look through your eyes, hear through your ears, record what you feel with your physical sensations, as well as keep a pattern of your emotional responses as a waveform. And play it back, transmit it back to you, if need be. If you could get, I mean, think of that as a weapon, because every technology that is made, the military weaponizes. So, you know, if that's and these guys are installing it around your city. So just to say that, gee whiz, I don't know, the government wanted to do something that nobody liked in an area. And everybody took it, hey, no, we don't want you to. They say they're going to build, you know, a prison for the fucking escape artists who are mentally insane fucking psycho rapists, okay? So they're going to want to build that right next to you in your school, and you're like, no way, my kids do. Oh no, we're the government, we do what we want. And you protest, and then the next day they turn on the switch and everybody's, oh well, I guess it's okay. See, people don't even give a shit about their rights now, other than they bitch about them on the fucking, you know, protest things, but it's all bullshit. Nobody knows what the real danger is, and right now the real danger is this stuff, and it's taking over everything. And actually, this is about the only way to get rid of it, is to like burn it, because it will burn off. This will cleanse your aura field, because I can feel it when it's out here, okay? I'm not burning myself out here. I can feel it though. If I hold this here, it takes longer, but if I hold it here, I start to feel lines of energy, lines of force from up here near the center of my head, because that's where it's massed at. There's an energy stream, and I've been able to find it by burning this stuff off, and I can feel a distance from my actual body where it seems to intersect. It's very obvious. You know, you either believe me or you don't. I mean, if you happen to be a guy or you shave your head, give it a try and just don't burn yourself, and just see if you feel something strange if you hold a candle around your head. There's a field of energy, and I'm assuming it's got to be the aura field. It's my aura field, and I'm getting this crap off of my skin everywhere, and it's expanding out and working better. You know, the more you know, the more you know things are really bad right now. And so that's probably a lot of the core of the difficulties I've been having. And that and just feeling isolated and alone. Because I'm an only child, and I grew up alone a lot, and so, you know, that's not something that I'm unused to, but I'm so alienated from everyone else by the things that I understand and have learned that it's hard for me to interact with other people, and in the way that they interact, which is superficial and, you know, and just, I don't know, it's like they're programs, you know, especially people who go to these big churches. It's like they're just like a robot or something. You do and say the same thing every day, all at the exact same time. I don't know. Anyway. Be yourself, right? Don't be someone else. Don't be a character you saw on TV. Don't try and look like Flo from the freaking Progressive commercials or the Verizon guy. Be like Jared. Oh wait, no, don't be like Jared. That's a bad example. Shit. I don't know. Oh, this stuff. Okay. That's slow. Ah, check this out though. See here? Is there anything on my head that's not supposed to be there? I'm talking like metals or something. Come on now. And yes, this does take practice. I wouldn't do this with a torch right away if I were you. And it takes nerves of fucking steel. I mean, you've got to be a god of a man. I love it. Listen to Left Coast 70s. On Soma FM. Please visit Soma FM and buy a t-shirt. $50. You get a t-shirt. Soma, nobody's got a. If I see somebody with a Soma FM t-shirt, I'm gonna run up to them and like give them $1 for buying it, just because I don't donate enough. But Soma's awesome. They got a lot of stations. Aura fields being blocked by metal layer and neuralaced under our skin by microwave fields from RF transmitters, aligning chemtrail particles into long chains of antennas that interface with our nervous system and connect to AI computer. That's what's happening in America. Attention immigrants, whatever country you're coming from, especially the third world countries, stay the fuck there. I know it's horrible there because we're bombing the fuck out of you and poisoning everything, and it looks better here, but it's not. It's even fucking worse here, so there you go. There's the immigration problem solved, right? None of these problems are going to be a problem much longer. The people who are complaining about immigration and, the border or abortion or any of these things you're going to be dead soon, and you're going to be completely neutralized by the chemtrail AI interface network of the Neuralace. So, try and get the Neuralace out of yourself, and you might have a chance of escape. If you don't do that, then there's no point in even being concerned about anything. Just, resign yourself to being a robot with cancer. And that's the future in America. Sorry to say. I'm trying to get out of this city because this city's a shithole. Vancouver. And what makes me sad is it used to be a very, very, very nice place. This was like Garden of Eden, paradise place to live when I grew up as a young kid. And now it's a disgusting fucking chemtrail shithole. Makes me sad. Alright, well, that's my report from Vancouver, Washington. This is Ron Layton with Action 5 News.